Your cat is staring at you right now, maybe from across the room, maybe from the top of the wardrobe, maybe from directly beside your face at 3 in the morning when you are trying to sleep. Most owners laugh it off. They call it creepy and move on with their day. But every single stare your cat gives you has a meaning, and learning to read those looks correctly will completely change how you understand your relationship with your cat. Cats are not staring at you randomly. Every time those eyes lock onto yours, something specific is happening in their brain. And once you know what to look for, you will never see your cat the same way again. The slow blink, the most misunderstood stare. Let us start with the most famous one. Your cat looks at you from across the room, then their eyes close slowly and open again. It looks almost like they are fighting sleep, or like they are mildly bored with your existence. They are actually telling you they love you. Researchers at the University of Sussex and the University of Portsmouth conducted formal studies on the slow blink and confirmed what cat owners had suspected for years. When a cat deliberately slow blinks at a human, it is communicating relaxation and positive emotional engagement. The study went further. When the researchers themselves slow blinked back at the cats, those cats were significantly more likely to approach the researcher afterward. The slow blink is a two-way signal. You can send it and your cat will receive it. Here is what makes it so remarkable. In the animal world, direct eye contact is almost always a threat. Among predators, it precedes an attack. But a cat who softens their gaze and deliberately closes their eyes while looking at you is doing the complete opposite. They are lowering their defenses. They are saying, I am so comfortable with you that I am willing to close my eyes in your presence. Next time your cat gives you the slow blink, try it back. Keep your face relaxed, blink slowly, and watch what they do. The hard unblinking stare. This one means something very different now for the stare that looks almost identical but means the complete opposite. Your cat locks eyes with you and does not blink. The pupils are slightly narrow, the body is still. The tail might be moving slowly at the tip. This is not affection, this is assessment. Cats use direct unblinking eye contact as a dominance signal. It is how they challenge other cats. It is how they hold territory. And when they do it to you, they are testing something. The most important thing to know about this stare is what comes just before aggression. If you are looking at a cat and they suddenly dilate their pupils from narrow to wide and their tail stops moving and every muscle in their body freezes, back up slowly. That cat is about to go from staring to acting. You can also diffuse the stare by doing one simple thing. Look slightly away, not a full turn of the head. Just shift your gaze about 20 degrees to the side. In cat language, this means I am not competing with you. It almost always breaks the tension immediately. Staring while you eat, this is not what you think you sit down to dinner. Your cat appears from nowhere and stations themselves nearby, eyes locked on you, unmoving. Most people call this begging. They assume the cat wants the food. Sometimes that is true, but there is something else happening with this particular stare that is worth understanding. Cats are hardwired to monitor eating. In the wild, eating is a vulnerable moment. You are distracted. Your head is down. Something could approach you from behind. When your cat stations themselves near you during meals and watches you eat, they may not want the food at all. They may be doing what cats do with members of their group. They are keeping watch. This is especially noticeable in cats who do not try to get onto the table or beg for bites. They just sit and observe and wait until you are done. That is not a hungry cat. That is a cat who has assigned themselves to the job of keeping you safe while you eat. Staring while you sleep. The most intimate stare. This is the one that startles people when they discover it. You wake up at some point in the night and your cat is sitting beside you completely still, just watching your face. And your immediate instinct is to say, something is wrong with this cat. Nothing is wrong. This might actually be the most meaningful thing your cat does. Cats sleep for between 12 and 16 hours per day. They are extremely selective about when they are awake and alert. When a cat chooses to spend their alert time watching you sleep, they are not being strange. They are guarding you. In a cat colony, the members who are awake keep watch over the members who are sleeping. They monitor the environment. They react to sounds and movements. When your cat watches you sleep at night, they have placed themselves in the role of protector. You are important enough to them that they give up their own rest time to monitor your safety. If you ever catch your cat doing this, understand what it means. This is not a quirk. This is devotion expressed the only way a cat knows how. Staring into walls and corners, the one that worries everybody. Every cat owner eventually sees this. The cat sitting completely still staring at a blank wall, or a corner, or a spot on the ceiling. Nothing is there. But the cat is locked onto it with complete focus. Do not worry, there are no ghosts. But there is something going on that is genuinely fascinating. Cats can hear frequencies that humans cannot. Their upper hearing range extends to around 65,000 hertz. Humans top out at about 20,000. This means your cat is potentially hearing insects inside walls, mice moving in spaces you cannot access, pipes settling, electrical systems humming. They can also smell through walls. Their sense of smell is 14 times stronger than ours. So when your cat stares into a corner, they are usually following something completely real, just something invisible to you. The exception is cats who stare blankly with dilated pupils and an absent, unfocused expression. Cats who do not react when you pass your hand in front of their face. If you see that kind of staring, it is worth a vet visit because it can occasionally indicate neurological changes. Staring at your eyes specifically, the bond signal. Researchers studying the bond between humans and dogs discovered that mutual gaze triggers oxytocin release in both species. Oxytocin is the bonding hormone, the same chemical that floods through new parents when they look at their babies. For a long time, people assumed this was unique to dogs. Then a separate study found it in cats too. When your cat looks into your eyes and you look back, something is genuinely happening at the hormonal level. Your oxytocin goes up, and evidence suggests theirs does too. The stare is not just observation, it is connection, it is the equivalent of a hug translated into eye contact. This is why cats who grew up with significant human contact tend to make more eye contact with their owners than cats who were socialized less. They learned that looking at you produces something good, not just food, but the feeling of being close to someone they trust. So the next time your cat locks eyes with you from across the room and just stays there for a moment before walking over to sit beside you. They are not being weird, they are coming over because looking at you made them want to be closer. That is a relationship, and now you can see it. We covered 6 types of staring today. The slow blink, which is love, the hard unblinking stare, which is assessment or challenge, the mealtime stare, which is often guardianship, the overnight stare, which is protection, the wall stare, which is your cat hearing and smelling things you cannot, and the long mutual gaze, which is the actual bond happening in real time. Your cat is communicating with you constantly. You just needed to know the language. I will see you in the next one.